Okay, good. Do now. Now I just have to find it on here. 1, 2. Why is it still on the Chrissy page?
See why eyes don't.
What happened?
How you can spell class wrong?
What? Who spelled class wrong?
Anyway, let me.
Awesome class.
I gay. I gay.
DJ.
I just gay.
How you spell class wrong?
Did you tag me? Yeah, you did tag me.
No, he can't tag. I'm
I got
sharing
the-
it
I got the
now.
notification.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm getting a notification.
Yeah, I can't tag.
Hi, Mario.
Shit.
Mario, my almost boo.
Who that is? Mario's your almost boo?
Our parents was trying to set us up.
Really?
Oh, okay.
They was trying to do that
Indian Jewish thing.
arranged marriage type vibe.
Yeah.
People still doing that?
I should have listened to him because he took care of all his children. Oh. Look, listen to my mummy actually.
Really? Let me test this.
Say we still could work. Boy, don't play with me. How we still could work and you married?
Oh, boy. Y'all could have a contractual agreement. Those
So you
work.
have my account number. Hey, boo. Hey.
You know, being
Look at Greg getting all close up and thing.
You
Greg,
see that?
you showing right
You
off.
see that? Eh?
Greg, you are showing.
And our technical
No
producer.
thanks.
Hold on, my technical producer is Gregory
No
Colley.
thanks.
Boy, new camera.
Baby,
Greg,
baby,
you look like a
does
real
it-
studio.
Does it rotate? Like, can it rotate on?
Look, and we even look,
You
we even
could
look like,
zoom,
what's
you
that,
could
conical?
pan.
Yeah.
What's that,
you
what's
could-
that,
They do it from the phone.
what's that thing, convex or conclave, where it look like a fisheye? Look how good this look, man.
Once you tap on the box where it is, you can do well.
Greg, look at you. The studio look
You can adjust
huge.
The little camera is. With the people
Oh, you
see it.
divorced? Hold on.
Who divorced?
Mario, you divorced? Oh, so y'all just got together for the
Look at
baby
this thing like the
graduation?
matchmaker.
Look here. You know I need a husband to pay for some of these bills.
Oh, wait a minute, buddy.
And you got that cute mouth too, Mario?
Wait a minute, buddy.
No, but in honor of this show, I've decided after last week, I've been converted.
Yes, bad, baby.
I'm getting a white man as a husband. Man, Greg, this camera is unbelievable. Look.
Uh-huh.
Huh?
Huh?
We moving.
Yeah, man, that's Jay moving it around. You want to be the producer?
No, not yet. Not yet. Next time,
And
bro.
hold on, let me be vain. And my skin's so clear on this.
You
Turn
gotta
it up,
Send me the
boo.
link for that, boy.
Yeah, but it's
Man, I need one of these. But I could hook this up and go Facebook Live.
What?
So, Jay, you
Yeah,
ready
that's
for this?
that's what it's for. That's what you see
But
there?
I'm saying, yes, sorry. Hello, we're on Facebook Live. I keep forgetting.
Exactly.
I just don't understand how everything is go together. No, not Facebook Live. My live
mean?
video on my app.
Shara got
Yeah,
to
that's-
explain
I didn't
that
mean
one, 'cause
Facebook Live. That's what I meant.
I don't know how that one.
Because that's
Facebook
what
Live doesn't have embed, eh? They don't embed codes and stuff like that.
in
right?
bed. You know what in
I
bed
sure,
mean
I
to
gotta
me?
look it
When
up.
I laying down and watching Queen of the South. I don't know what that meant. That's what I meant. I didn't mean to say Facebook. I meant my app.
Yeah, you got to talk to Shara about that.
Yeah.
I know what the deal is with that.
I'm in. And this camera to stretch you out, I look tall and thin.
No, that's
Shut up,
right.
Greg.
I ain't say not a thing.
Shut up, Greg. I feel you saying something.
I ain't say not a thing, woman.
This is great investment, man.
Whatever
Yes.
on your mind.
It costs plenty.
Watch when they learn how to use this fully.
Yeah,
Boy,
you want to
wait a
finish story with it?
This is my
Man,
first time
yeah.
using it. This is the
Yes,
first
sir.
time
I
using
ain't
this.
going on the road no more. I doing all studio show.
I wanted to use it last week, but we reached a little late, so
Yeah.
It looks good.
I ain't had time to play around with it.
No, but I like the fact that when you zoom in.
It live and all this can be. That's what the people will see.
Oh.
All that live.
Interesting.
Can you add
Yeah.
thirds?
What you mean?
What are
Like
thirds?
like if social media thirds.
Oh,
like,
like a running time.
I don't think so yet.
Okay.
I
Well,
don't-
I'll probably come with an
Hopefully,
upgrade.
yeah. Hopefully they
Greg.
do like a software update where you can do that. That
Mhm.
would be super awesome.
Greg got more. Greg, your equipment better than
That would be super.
the number
awesome.
man.
No.
No, the number man sure don't look this good.
Hey Chantal, we good. That's my sister. My oldest sister.
Your sister watch it.
Yeah.
Greg, I'm so proud of you. What
That's
you're
my
doing
oldest
with
sister.
with this studio.
Yeah.
And by the way, Greg's studio is not called that. People ask me, say they look for Don't Watch Nothing in the phone book.
You lie.
I said that's a name we
But
made up.
But you know what's the most unbelievable part of what you said?
What?
That people still using phone book. Not that they
Excuse
look
me.
for it.
These are my friends. We're older.
Oh, that's right.
They were like, I thought the studio was called Don't Watch Nothing. I was like,
yeah.
Under the rod.
The fact that they still looking in phone book, that's what's surprising to me.
Glad maybe Brandon in here, dog.
We moving from here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Greg,
we,
moving
we
Greg.
going we going to lit media?
Yeah.
Greg is
Okay.
being, Greg
Yeah,
is
yeah.
doing big
Which
things.
makes sense.
Hold on.
Makes sense.
Big things are going for your
keep sure.
honey.
I'm still waiting on my things. Thanks.
She can send that.
Alright, cool.
She can send that. But yeah, we be moving around there, so I could put all my
That
stuff
far
up
from
in
here?
there. No, babe, right around the corner.
Alright.
All I want to know, my lazy fat tail, are there stairs? So I'm tired of these.
No, you ain't got to ride the stairs no more.
Hallelujah, because I have a bad back.
Yeah, we know you old, so we just looking out
Your
for you.
ass. I have a bad back. Yeah, that's all right. Every time you go up
We
the
look
road,
out for the elderly.
I just look at my marathon picture, and if having a bad back and a bad knee, that was way there. Oh, thanks. And I heard, hello.
That's the one was on your phone.
Oh, that's right. When Greg asked me, I had a picture of me on my phone. Greg said, "Who that is?" I nearly cursed.
Alright.
I was only joking.
I have many shapes, sizes, colors, and places and faces.
All right, I done share so I can start it now. You share?
I
Omar?
Yes, I
shared.
did share.
You did?
shared.
All right, good. Let me start
Shared.
recording on here. All right, welcome back. Under the rug. Yeah, got it down a little bit for me, please. Sorry, appreciate that.
And I old, and
Yeah,
his own all
yeah,
out,
yeah.
but I the old one.
Yes, we are back, people. And for you folks on Facebook, let me humbly apologize. Last week, man, we had one hot show last week. Our uncle was here, along with the three of us, and we was discussing black liberation, you know, walking the thin line between black liberation and black racism, because it's
I
a very
still say
thin
it's
line.
liberation.
It's still
It's
no, but
racism.
it's a thin line because there are different sides. But what happened last week? I don't know how, but the phone that we were streaming the Facebook on was plugged in, and the phone still died. So unfortunately, those people that were watching on Facebook only got the first hour of our conversation.
They didn't get the bonus.
They didn't get the end. And what was so bugging is that at the end we came around and we really got to a common ground in the end. Because we all want the same thing. You know what I mean? It's just the little things in between that we end up arguing over that always causes the main cause to get derailed. Over
Yep.
simple,
Simple things.
nonsensical things, words, just meanings of words.
And that show touched a lot of people.
semantics. Yes.
Everywhere
tell us
I
ab-
went.
Tell us about that, Chrissy, because I saw some comments and some people were hurt.
And my friends and some of my family, because I've shared with you, my family is like the UN, okay? I got cousins who look like Jay, like me, like Greg, but then that look like Donald Trump. No. I have cousins with blonde hair and blue eyes. And so a lot of the people who are watching, for example, my friend said to me, you know, Chrissy, during the show I was very upset and I didn't want to comment. But I'll be honest with you, my sister was talking about the show, and she said to me, you know, when my son marries this black Jamaican man, and I'm bouncing my black grandchildren on my knee, she said, you know, maybe Chrissy's right. Every race seeks to look like their own. But, you know, Jay said, I guess when you talk about it, people just get upset about it. My good friend, my good Greek friend, because I said, who does self-preserve more than Greeks?
But again,
We all marry our own kind. Well, a
not-
lot of us
not-
do.
not
all.
quite. Yeah, not quite.
all. A lot of us do.
Yeah, not quite, because it's. My thing is.
I just don't think I'm a racist. When you said that to me, that's hurt me.
But
I ain't
you
gonna
are.
lie. I'm
You
not
are.
a racist.
I just wish you would just accept it.
I'm
But
prejudiced. I'm not a racist.
anyhow,
Okay.
you see, Jay. No matter how we explain it, they still. But I really wanted Jay to.
Yes, because I'm shutting up
Yeah.
this week because Jay was quiet.
No, you ain't gotta
Jay,
shut up.
Can you
Let's
tell
go.
everybody that I didn't hurt your feelings?
No, you didn't hurt
Because
my
everybody
feelings.
accused me of being insensitive to Jay, knowing your story.
Yeah, you ain't got to shut up. But Jay was quiet last week.
Uncle said
and
Jay was shocked.
I think it was, yes, and I think Jay was genuinely shocked last week because he did. Well, instead of me trying to explain it, Jay, explain what last week meant to you and what you took away from last week's show.
For me, you know, when you read about certain things or you hear it in passing, it's one thing to hear about it in passing, it's another thing to be smack dab in the middle of it and seeing people like the intellectually that you respect. Utter such rhetoric. It was like sitting on the cutting room floor of Fox News.
Wow.
That's how I felt. That's how I felt. And I was like,
Harsh, man.
I was like, wow.
Chrissy, y'all are being compared to Fox News right now. Go ahead, Jay. Carry on.
At the end of the day, I feel that I live in an I know that we are divided by race. You can't run from it. But I don't like when people that were oppressed, right, do start to do the discrimination. I can't understand it.
Me either.
We should look at our history and not do that to another race, whether that race was historically the oppressed, and the white race can't run from it. And I think when we were talking about privilege and all that stuff, I think we're the people that accommodate white privilege more than anybody else. Yes, this generation inherited it, and that's the society that we live in. But there are factors, there are avenues for us to get around that system and for us to succeed. And I think what a lot of people tend to do is make excuses when they don't make it, and they blame it on this construct that's easy to believe because it does exist.
True.
But
I agree with that.
but doesn't truly affect them.
Right.
I agree, but sometimes, but I think and you could say that they use the system to blame. But however, there are very real cases where
No, and it's
the
true.
man and the system are real.
It's true. Like the IMF, all these other banks,
the banks
all
I
that.
mentioned.
These
Somebody said
are
they didn't hear
real.
them banks.
These are real constructs that control whole economies and keep certain nations third world, and
Okay, hold on.
that's a
Okay,
real
you-
thing.
You're showing off too much. You're making me dizzy.
What happened?
Thanks. You're switching little. Ready one, camera one. You're switching little quick. I was just like, Jay morphed into me. Sorry.
It is a real thing. But I think too many times we use it as a blanket excuse.
Yes.
And it gets tiring. When it comes to interracial relationships and marriages and what's not, I think we, as a race, in the human race, we need to be more inclusive. I think this division, and we need to blur, not just blur these lines, obliterate these lines.
Yes.
I think that's what it is, like, because at the end of the day, borders and nationalities are constructs of mind,
Yeah.
just like time. And until we do away with things, we would have the same problems that we have. So whereas I don't have a problem with people saying that they want to see themselves, or whatever, but I don't see what's the sense of limiting yourself. Because at the end of the day, we pass on not this skin, but we pass on the intellect, we pass on technique, we pass on genetics, and I could see myself in my half-white child that I'm going to
But your
have.
child isn't half white.
I'm
The
gonna.
world's gonna say,
It doesn't matter.
"There's
Yeah, it
Jay's
doesn't-
black
It
child."
doesn't
Right.
matter.
Doesn't
It
matter
doesn't
there.
matter.
Okay.
He don't
Whether
care
you,
about
whether
what
you,
you
whether,
do.
when you see a cup that's half full of water, is it half full? Is it half empty? Does it have just enough? You know what I mean? It doesn't matter the perspective.
But
At
how
the
your
end of-
child is treated
At
is
the end
how
of the day,
she's perceived.
my kids, whether they be male or female, whether they want to accept the black identity, whether they want to accept the white identity, at the end of the day, they're going to get out in this world with a set of principles that I'm going to provide based on the experiences and mistakes that I've made in my life. And I'm going to prepare them for the world the best I can.
No, that's good. But the
And
world
that's-
is going to tell your child.
And my kid, not the garbage collector, my kid, the independent
joke, that's an inside
thinker, will flip
Okay, I
them the
was just
bird.
Yeah, I get off on Jay before I tell him what if his child want to be a garbage collector?
Oh yeah, I was here one day.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
the big
He
deal?
ain't into that.
I
He
remember.
ain't-
I remember his reaction.
Yeah, Jay ain't
and I
never
was
done.
shocked at that reaction.
No,
Yeah, Jay
because
Because remember that's when I told him Wayne Huizinga is a garbage man.
no, at the end of the day, like I said, I don't have a problem with anybody that does have honest living. But in my household, I'm going to, like I said, prepare, give my kids a certain set of skills, a certain
Sorry.
mentality that I feel that they're gonna need to take on the world. And if they come to me and say, "Hey, Daddy, I want to do," I want to do garbage collection, I was like, "Okay, well, guess what? I'm gonna empower you not to work for someone and take that
Okay.
job, but let's go get a truck. You get your own thing, and let's go get some contracts."
Yeah.
So whether you want to drive or in the back, at least you're the owner.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got that.
I'd go Marco. But yeah, I agree with Jay. Me and Jay think alike on a lot of things.
Yeah, you do.
Right? And it's my issue is, like you said earlier, I have a problem when the oppressed becomes the oppressor. They have that mentality. Whereas they do the very things that they hated,
But
that they
who's doing that?
despise,
Who's doing that?
they say they
Bahamian
despise.
people. The Bahamian people did that.
They
the
do.
Bahamian people did that with majority rule. When
Oh,
we
you
finally
mean-
got the power,
Well, yeah.
we turned our
Oh,
backs.
okay. We're talking. I'm thinking that we're still talking about this whole way
But I mean,
of the world, black and white.
America too. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's they end up doing the very same things that they hate someone doing to them.
Yeah.
So they become what they hate.
Yeah.
That I don't like, and I also hate, like you said again, when it becomes like this excuse, like it's used as this excuse to just be mediocre or to be nothing and to not do anything with your life. It's just, oh, I can't accomplish this because this system or the man keeping me down.
But there
or
are some
it's
things you
this
can't
oppression.
accomplish.
Sure, and I glad
Like
Jay-
what?
But I glad Jay said. Oh,
Last
hold on,
week
wait.
we
You
talked
just said there's
about
some
it with
things
the
you can't
banking
accomplish. What you
situation.
can't accomplish?
As a black woman, and I said this last week,
Okay.
and I will say it again.
Say it.
Let me be like Human Minutes. You don't hear me speaking English, eh?
He need to cut that out.
Look here.
He need to cut
And when
that
I
out.
said that, people be like, "Oh, you being."
No, he need to cut
Anyway.
that. He need to cut that
What
out.
can we not
The
accomplish?
system, there are systems in place that judge me based on my blackness and my femaleness.
Are there systems?
I can't change those
Hold on.
systems.
Are there
That's why I can't be a racist, because I have no power
No,
to
no,
change
no,
Oh, that's
no, no, no.
nonsense.
But you could
Nonsense.
work around these systems because,
which I have
Be-
done. But
yeah.
the system is still there.
but that means that you see. Here's the thing: when with systems, you have to learn the rules.
Hold on, let me- but watch
how come
this,
the
Jay.
foreign
Hold
man
on,
could get
Chrissy.
an acre of land for $1, but
on,
I as a
Chrissy.
Bahamian can?
You could.
Just like what
No,
we
like
said.
how? Really? How? In what universe?
You
Just
got,
like
you
what
gotta, you gotta know those ministers and ministries to cut you the same favor
No,
that
but
they
the
cut the
system
foreign
is
man.
not going to
But
give me
just,
that
just
same.
like we
No.
just like we talk about, right? That where the oppressed becomes the oppressor. Me and Chrissy was talking off here. I can talk your business. Me and Chrissy was talking off here, right? And you see what she just said. There are, well, she call it systems.
There are
But she
systems in
said
place,
that I call
well
it,
entrenched.
I call it more cultures. Yeah, culture. Because it's not, if you go to the law books, it doesn't say if this person is black,
Yeah.
you give them this amount of time.
He's
It's
right.
an
If this
unwritten
person
law.
is white, that's culture.
But
It's unwritten-
You guys are
unwritten-
saying the same thing. He's just using a different
Unwritten-
terminology.
But that ain't
Unwritten laws
That is a culture.
and
Culture is how I-
behaviors are culture. How we act, who we are, that's our culture. What we
White
do.
privilege
Things
fueled
we
by
do, these are
black
culture.
people that feel that they're
To me-
inferior. That's a culture.
To me, system, and I mean, like I say, it could be
But
semantics.
I want to know who these black
But
people
hold
is
on.
who feel they superior.
Let me
though.
get-
What is?
Inferior.
Let me get to the point.
Oh, I thought you said superior.
What she said, she just said, she's going to be judged based on the color of her skin, right?
And
Which is
my
going to hold her
sex.
back in certain situations.
And my sex.
yes, fair.
My gender.
You know what she said earlier, because you know I like to mess with her son bringing home the white
Oh,
girl,
yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
You know what she say?
You could tell him.
I say, when he bring home this white woman, you know, and she said, I know I ain't gonna like her.
I'm not.
So
You're making a anyway,
but
prejudgment.
that is
Because
the
my
very,
prejudice says I want pecan, not
no,
vanilla.
but this is the very thing that she is saying she has a problem with. She is admitting that she is also going to do.
right?
Correct.
Which is in fact the
Correct.
problem.
This is why we can't move forward.
That's
You
not true, Greg.
understand? Because you just said,
My DNA is important to me. Now, you want to marry a white woman, you want to marry a white woman. I mean, I really don't care. I ain't gonna lie, I really don't. But my son that
you know,
came from
you know,
me,
you speaking that into existence, right?
I'm not speaking into existence.
but that's your son.
My
That's-
son has a choice.
but
Whoever
that's
my
his-
son brings home, I'm eventually going to grow to accept them. Okay?
But you ain't gonna like them if they in a certain color.
I will be disappointed if my
That's
son
racist,
does that.
Chrissy.
That's
I
not
don't see how you
racist.
don't
That's
see that.
prejudice.
You don't see
Seriously, every other race, the
Here's the
Chinese,
thing.
the
Here's the thing,
Chinese
right?
replicate themselves.
Okay, so
The
if a
Indians
white
replicate
guy,
themselves.
if a white man,
My goodness.
But
if-
you
if-
can't say
if-
that because
if
you come from
Wayne's-
the racist people.
if
What?
why?
You can't.
What you say?
You can't be in charge of making up the racist rules and then want talking about, oh, I'm affected by the racist rules.
Well, my,
Wow.
What world y'all live in though?
So, if the white man expresses his disappointment in Wayne because his daughter
yes.
picked
Which
Wayne,
happens a lot.
Hold on, but is that racist?
Yes, it is.
Well,
Because he's the white man.
but
you
in
doing
this,
it
on the
is different.
same
Because-
tip,
Yeah.
in the same situation,
You know-
you're not. He doesn't hate him, you know. He
No.
expresses his disappointment in her choice.
Many.
He's racist, but you're not.
I'm
That's-
not
see,
racist.
that's what I
because
have a
a
problem
black
with.
person cannot be racist.
that's nonsense, Chrissy.
Because the power construct of racism
No.
precludes black people from being racist.
No.
This man is saying my son isn't good for his white daughter because he's had systems and centuries of people saying that same thing. I say that That's because of my hurt of all them systems and of all those years.
No, you
I
can't.
am
You
not
can't play the
racist.
victim
See,
card.
that's
It's not
nonsense.
the victim card.
victim card
that's
does not
nonsense. It is-
absolve you of that title.
Thank you. I'm
That's
not
a
being a
racist
victim.
statement.
Yes.
It's not a racist
How,
statement.
okay, tell me how could it be the
What else
exact
could-
same
what-
situation?
It's like how I could
But
say
different
nigger.
based on the
I
same
could
color.
say nigger,
If
but
she-
your wife can't.
Yes, she can.
No, she can't.
Yes, she
Yes, she
can.
could.
No, fuck no.
Yes, she can.
No.
Yes, she can.
No, she can't.
When we in our house,
Can I
hypocrites.
say? Can I say kike to the Jewish person?
Y'all are
Can I
hypocrites,
say
man.
guinea to the Italian? No, your wife can't say nigga.
Y'all are
Why?
hypocrites, man.
No,
it's a word.
no.
It is a word.
You know,
it is a word.
this
we
world y'all live in-
have to obliterate these things
No, but guess
before
what?
we can move
You can't
forward.
obliterate
we
something.
are falling in the same trap
Yeah.
over and over,
It's not a
decade
trap.
after
It's
decade,
entrenched.
century after century. Are we going to enslave the white race? No.
And you know what I don't like is when
But you surely have the black race enslaved.
how right and people that have opposition, and it's like Uncle was after last week's show. Hold on, right? And I can touch that right now.
It's
Say it. Go ahead, say
prejudice.
it. Now watch this. Uncle was saying the same thing. He tagged me in videos and all this.
Since
right?
then?
Like I ain't done these things.
Oh,
Uncle
good.
think I
All
don't watch
y'all need
these
to stay
things.
off a dime
I tell you,
YouTube.
I don't read. But I consume. You understand? I just do it differently.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I don't like is what y'all try to do is y'all try to separate prejudice and racism. You know what that's like? That's like me trying to separate Captain Crunch and cereal. Racism is a form of prejudice, just like Captain Crunch
Is
is
a
a type
form
of
of
cereal.
cereal.
So you can't separate the two. So you can't say, well, I am prejudiced, but I'm not racist when you are making prejudgments based solely on race.
Okay, I'm
that
gonna
is
say this
racist.
again.
Now, if
As a
you
black woman, I can't be racist. Now I'm gonna keep
That's
saying that.
nonsense, but
Yeah.
you're wrong.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
Okay.
No, I'm not
so
wrong.
if Wayne brings home a white,
Why everybody stuck on that?
a
Because
white,
that's what
You
close-
realize,
white-
you realize my family. I keep telling you, I have a nephew named Wiwat Thompson.
Okay.
So you ain't telling me nothing what I don't know.
No, and
my
that's
family
fine.
mixed right
but
up.
I'm just saying, if you had made the judgment and if you expressed your disappointment because the girl was white and dumb, or white and tropsy, or white and bad, you
Why do
would
we even have to be a part of that?
No, you know what I mean.
But
I'm just adding something
Yeah.
else on
It would
that
be
would
better if-
cause her to say, okay, you
Yeah.
know what, this is a horrible choice
Right.
in a mate because X Y Z. It ain't just that she white; it's because she X Y Z. You know what I mean?
I would like my son to replicate his kind. I want my
He
son
will.
to love a woman.
He is
He
representing
will.
like
that.
me.
He will.
He's a
He
human
will
being,
have.
right?
He will have.
He got
Okay,
human
yeah.
By
chocolate.
all standards,
You know
a
what?
black child.
Not necessarily.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trust me.
You just tell me. You just tell me.
You'll say
Hold on.
Barack Obama got a white mother, but he black.
Yes,
because the
Barack-
white people don't want him.
Barack
So
is
Wayne
black.
will be replicating
The world
this
looks
guy.
at Barack as black. However, when you look at the whole thing about us wanting to, and people hate when I say this, replicate ourselves. That's not being racist. That's a preference.
Yeah, but Barack was his father was black and he was replicated. I think he did his father proud.
Barack looks like a regular mulatto person. He does. You can tell mixed people. I hate that word mixed, but you
What
can
does a
tell
regular
people-
mulatto person look like?
You can see you can see that Barack is mixed. Even if he didn't tell you, you could see that.
Okay.
I don't think so.
So what?
Yes, you can.
I think he looks like my uncle. My uncle isn't mixed.
Yeah, you mix.
Well, again,
all
all
we
of
mix.
us are mixed.
All
Why
we
you
mix.
think all us in this room have 3 different colors?
Yeah, all we mix. We all mix up.
I like the sun. Greg
Yeah,
is big.
he closer to.
I like the sun too.
I ain't mixed. None but me mixed. I have a white great
All of us,
grandmother.
all of
but
us
mix
I-
have a
somewhat.
mixture of
Yeah, at
us.
some point, because we don't know. Only so far back we could
Yeah.
trace.
I have
And
a
we
white
don't know.
great-grandmother.
Most of us don't know what happened beyond, say, our 5 times
No,
great
we know.
grandparents.
You have history.
We don't know who they was.
Yeah.
But you all see
Some
what
people could track their great, some could track their great. But when you start getting
lot
into
do.
3 and the 4
Yeah,
grades,
you can research it.
You don't know who they
It's
are.
like how Alex
I
Haley
have
researched
Not
European
everything was
history.
recorded.
Alex Haley, but here's my thing. You all, and I don't know if
Ancestry.
it's your youth or your millennialness or whatever.
What
or
is a
your-
millennial?
We're not
You
millennials.
all look at the world differently.
We're not
I ain't gonna lie.
millennials.
You seem to be forgetting that everything in this world is based on European supremacy.
Not true.
Everything.
Not true.
Yes.
You
What
mean to tell
world
me-
are you living
You mean
in?
to tell me everywhere in the world?
Everything is based on Europe. It's how, like, the people, so why the people in South Africa, the indigenous peoples there, was taken over by the Dutch who came there for diamonds. is how the Indian people, why in the Dakota pipeline, the Indians off in the reservation, while the, again, dominant European supremacy culture is what's reigning supreme.
So they.
Why can't it just be black liberation? Why it gotta be black racism?
Oh, and this what I wanted to clarify.
Because seriously,
right?
when you say racist, I think redneck, Ku Klux Klan, white person.
And we have some of those black people doing that.
Isn't it interesting that she only think about white people when she hears racism?
No, that's not true.
You just call off
No,
white groups.
European. Let me say European.
You just call off white groups.
Well, again, because
Asians
remember
could be
now,
racist.
Ku Klux Klan is European?
I'm talking about European supremacy, white supremacy
But here's
is
what-
domiciled in European supremacy. You see it in America, you see it in the Americas, you see it in Europe, and you see some of it in Asia
But
too.
here's-
Why do people in Asia trying to bleach their skin and open up their eye?
But here's what I think was
Because they
lost.
want to look white.
Here's what I think was lost last week too.
What was
I
lost?
think you and Uncle thought, with the title, y'all thought that I was calling black liberation black racism.
No, I didn't think that.
Okay,
The
good.
title was Black Liberation Versus, but you and I,
Okay, good.
for
I
3
just wanna make
years,
sure.
you and
'Cause-
I for 3 years have
'cause-
been having this conversation.
'cause what
where
it's
you
for-
tell me, Chrissy, you're a black racist.
Yeah.
And I keep telling you, hell no, Gregory Carley.
Yeah, you deny it,
I am
but that's fine.
prejudiced.
You deny it,
It's
but that's
because
fine.
it's
I'm
an
not
ugly
denying.
word, and
But
she
it's-
doesn't want to be described as
into
such.
No, because
Yeah.
you young people, first of all, you don't know your damn history.
Y'all don't,
Okay.
you don't know your
What?
history.
No, a lot of people
No,
don't know
they
your
have
history.
selected history.
That's not.
You're-
Who got more selected history than white people? Than European people?
And then again, there
Why are
goes
all the
record.
artifacts? Why are all the artifacts from Egypt, an African country, which, by the way, Egyptians don't identify as African? That kills me. Why are they all in European museums?
You know what?
There is a system
Who
of
goes
white
out
supremacy.
and digs them up?
There is a system, but how you get in my country digging up my shit?
Oh,
Why your government
Stay
allow
in your
me to
own
do
country.
it?
Go dig up them German skulls and thing. Don't come in Africa and take our shit.
What
Dr.
country?
Livingston.
Are you
Well,
from?
Africa ain't have nothing to do with me. I
you
would like to
from?
visit it one
I'm
day.
from the Bahamas and I'm from America, United
So
States.
you talk about our
but I am
country.
African.
Yeah.
I look this way because of the little ships
So
that came over here.
if I go into the core
Don't-
African countries,
don't
I can
don't
see
say
people
nothing
look
stupid.
like you.
Yes, you will.
I think I can see people look more like Jake.
Yes, there are people who look like Jay. You ready for this?
I
And
guess
the women who
that's
look like Jay.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of European dominance, the woman who look like Jay
Mm-hmm.
working in the Ghanaian market where I was, where they put him here and they bleach out skin.
Mm-hmm.
The white dominance, white supremacy
No, no, no,
colors
no,
the
no,
character
no,
of
no.
the
White,
world.
No,
white
you can't
supremacy.
blame-
No, 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 no,
you
no.
can't blame white people
That's
for people
called
bleaching.
self-hate.
Thank you.
Well, why do I hate myself?
That's what I want to know.
That's your choice.
That's a good question.
Again,
Insane.
it comes down
good
to
question.
choice.
Jay, you
It
and Greg
comes
are delusional.
down- No.
I hate myself.
No.
Well, I don't. Because years I've been told this light skin is good.
No,
This
no.
straight hair is good. The European standard of beauty, of economics, of education,
But you
half the things you
subscribe
teach
to
from
it.
us
You know what happened?
is
Okay.
European,
Okay.
Listen.
Eurocentric.
Let me give you this example, right? If you on YouTube, right, and you
Mm-hmm. I
watching,
watch YouTube a lot.
You watching videos, right? Mm-hmm. If you watch a video, do you have to hit the subscribe button?
You don't have to unless you want to see the rest of the content.
This is exactly my.
For example,
point.
I watch
Hold on.
BET, but I haven't subscribed because I think some of it is a bunch of shit. However,
I am so glad you said
but I'm
that.
trying to figure out this
Because
correlation.
I can bring it home. For
Bring
you
it
right
home,
now,
boo. Circle of the
because
wagon.
You said, okay, so this European ideal of beauty is the programming. We've seen it.
Yeah,
You know what we have done?
Do you all believe in
Hold on,
European supremacy?
Hold on. Let me bring it home.
Bring it home.
Let me park the car in the garage.
Your
right?
car out of gas.
Let me
boo.
park. That's why you need to open the door so I can park. Right? I need to hurry up and park.
Oh, you have electric.
So this is the programming. This Eurocentric ideal of beauty is the program. We see it. But you know what the problem is? A lot of us have subscribed to it.
Yes, we have.
We've hit the subscribe button.
Because that is
we
what you
didn't
see.
it. We didn't, just like how you say, because a lot of it is BS, some of the stuff you don't subscribe to. We didn't see it and we didn't say, you know what? This is BS. I am beautiful the way
Greg,
I am.
hold on. You'll
I don't
make
have
me-
to accept
hold
this
on,
nonsense.
I gotta take off my head wrap.
We hit the subscribe
Are you gonna
button.
show us your nigga nuts
and
again?
We cannot.
My hair that I
blame-
never used to be proud of at one time.
We cannot.
One time I wasn't proud of my hair, Greg.
We
but we do
cannot
subscribe.
blame- That's our problem.
We subscribe
Here's
to
the
it.
thing.
We can't blame the content creator for us
Yes,
subscribing
when
to
it's
their
told to you
content.
all the time.
You
when
don't
you're
have to buy
brainwashed.
it.
Chrissy,
Turn it off.
Chrissy,
Stop watching
Chrissy.
the nonsense.
Y'all too
Every human being, the universal law, one of the biggest powers of the universe, we have the freedom to choose.
Yes, we do.
We are a united. In principle, we're a united
Well,
human race.
recently we have the freedom to
away,
choose.
move away
Hold
from
on.
all.
Black people in Illinois have the freedom to choose
What you
because
mean?
we were owned.
What you mean?
No,
We were
slavery
property.
still was a,
No, you could choose.
You could choose to disobey,
Choose
get
to
up
get
and
killed.
die.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a choice.
Hold on,
Oh,
but-
fuck no.
That's a choice.
That is not a choice.
hold on. How many slaves were on a plantation at a time?
Okay, I don't have the historical documents.
Man,
You could have
touched me
chose to
yesterday.
fight back
It is
and
said
rebel. They
that
outnumbered
during
them
the slave-
in huge ratios.
During the transatlantic slave trade, it is said that more than 25 million Africans perished, whether here on the way to this part of the world or on the plantations, whatever. And as a matter of fact, we don't call it it's called the Ma'afa. It's not even called the slave
we
trade.
surrendered to fear.
We gave in.
If somebody's whipping your ass, you're going to be afraid.
I will
No,
fight
somebody-
fucking back.
No, and you'll be, okay, maybe you'll be like Pompey, but you may be like Black Kate that got beat down here right now. But
Who was around watching that?
And allowed
And
it
he
to
ain't do
happen.
nothing.
But that's why it was done. It's
That's-
just like how during this
So
transatlantic
who's-
slave
so-
trade, if you want to be the big buck and
So
jump up,
how many free plantations were there where the slaves overtook their
what
masters?
the fuck is a free plantation?
Not a free plantation, but where plantations where
Well,
slaves
there were uprisings.
rebelled.
There were
and they
uprisings in
took out their-
Exuma, in Pompey, the same. And by the way, I was listening to the radio today. Independence comment. Pompey is the slave. Pompeii is the city covered in ashes. Do better, damn it. Anyway, so we've seen rebellions that happened. As a matter of fact, just in the movies a couple months ago, there was the Nat Turner story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've seen rebellions, but with those rebellions came worse repercussions after shit calmed down again. Because when you got all the guns, we may have the people, but you got all the ammunition.
No, but if people had this, if people had this give up attitude,
You all act like the slaves are like, I'm gonna choose to pick this cotton today.
listen,
Who had a choice?
They
It
still break,
was a
they still
choice.
they still break the cotton.
it was a choice with harsh consequences, right?
know
You
what?
have a decision to make.
And
Pick
here's
the
the thing.
cotton.
How is that a
Or die.
choice?
That is every day people have to make choices with harsh consequences. What you mean?
You know what? I beginning to question you. You know,
In what way?
slavery, picking the cotton was a choice.
Yes, yes.
You either do or you don't.
It's like this.
As simple as that is.
It's like this. If you,
know what?
ask,
Lord, I'm gonna try and I feel.
and
like
which is
I'm
which is
jumping in.
why the weaker quote unquote Africans, the more docile ones, were betrayed by the warrior clans and sent and was sold into slavery.
so here's the thing.
They
right?
were easily dominated.
Jay,
It's like
there was tribes taken over from time.
It's like this.
But the
Chrissy.
transatlantic slave trade, again, which is why I'm here. Now, although I doubt I was one of them docile bitches, I think I was here with the people who came before Columbus.
No, that's some of that white
I don't-
biggity in you.
Excuse me, not white biggity.
White
You know,
biggity.
if I throw this slip on in Clayface,
No, but seriously, right?
what world y'all live
All
in?
fun and jokes
Say that
aside.
it was
Look,
a choice to pick
Here's the
cotton.
thing. Here's the thing.
I
honestly.
still on that?
Here's the thing. Fundamentally, as human beings, we have a choice to make.
Anyway, I
right?
can't take it.
We make choices every single day.
Yes.
Right? Take away borders, take away nationalities.
Everybody sending me messages.
Everybody on an equal plane. We have the same nose, eyes. We bleed the same blood. We have the same.
But we do.
Everything structurally, we're the same. Right? We have innovations, whether they come from black, white, Asian, whatever. We choose to use certain ones. If we decided to see ourselves in all these things, then there are a lot of white innovations we need to put the fuck down.
Yeah, exactly.
And then see how your life could be.
But most of
There's-
the white innovations you get from Africa.
Okay, hold on.
Okay?
Hold on.
Hippocrates,
Hold on.
Tefid from Imhotep.
Okay, hold on. Listen,
Okay?
listen. When I say
Most
when I say-
knowledge
when I-
came out of Africa.
No, not all knowledge came.
Most,
out of
I
Africa.
said.
Did the iPhone come out of Africa?
Okay, I'm sure the technology over the years morphed into the iPhone. When Imhotep them was scraping two
done.
rock together.
I'm quiet again.
You know, y'all, it's like how
Everybody
y'all,
going back to Imhotep and let's do
because
let's-
you have to know your past. The past is prologue, Jay.
Okay, here's the thing.
The past,
and I-
but
and
the
I- I
little
could be
children
honest.
dying in Africa for the cobalt in the iPhone.
Here's here's the thing.
So that's the children fault, eh?
Hey, Crystal.
That's society. That's a society, and it's an ugly part of and a tragic part of our society, and we should do more to fight against it. But you know what we do? Oh, this is a sad story. Let me click like and say amen, and maybe that'll help something. You know, does anybody make any real charitable donations? Have you gone over and get into the trenches and protest to stop this? No.
Yes, people do.
We
but
do what we no.
people busy trying to fight the injustice in their country because, again, the system of racism, though we may be a black country, we still are ruled under the systems of slavery
Listen to me.
and colonialism.
And listen, and here's the thing. Everybody has their own battle
Why no
to
black
fight.
people own no bank?
Everybody.
They don't want to.
Everybody has their own battle to
don't
fight.
want to.
What we want a certain
How come only
genetic
white people
lottery.
can accomplish things in this world?
Because white people use the system of European supremacy
So
to their
they
advantage.
so they better than us.
No, I didn't say that. They use
All
they,
I hearing
they
is-
use the system of white
So they
supremacy.
so they
to their
smarter than us
advantage.
then.
They use the systems
Hold on.
that are rooted in white
Let's
supremacy.
get to the core of this. All y'all saying to me.
There's some black
what
successful people.
What I hearing from y'all is white people just
They're-
smarter than us.
No,
There's,
that's- no.
they just somehow,
No.
some way throughout
How
the
is it
entire.
smarter
Oh,
than me?
there
I can
are
explain.
there
You
are
have
black
the
owned banks
guns.
in Florida.
I can explain
You
it.
have the
There are
guns.
black owned banks in America.
I can understand. I can
So,
explain it.
what did the European masters say?
Again,
you could have this, nigga.
There are
I
we
can
had a
explain.
black-owned bank
'Cause from what I
in
hear
the
from
Bahamas.
y'all-
I know Penny Savings Bank.
However,
If I listen to
there's
y'all,
the system of European supremacy that clouds every judgment, every
this is
action
what I'm
in
saying.
the world.
So if I
you know,
listen to y'all,
I'm
all
happy
y'all
that
saying is
what the black
white-
bank name in Florida?
All y'all saying is
I don't know.
Okay,
But
I
there,
got-
are, there, but there are several.
I gotta
when-
check them out.
the white man
Let's
has
have a
historically
black man
been
in the States.
smarter.
No, they haven't been
always
smarter.
let me this is what y'all when
Tell
y'all,
us.
y'all rhetoric is come off to me as.
But you
Because-
hearing wrong.
No, I hearing right because in every situation they win.
Yeah.
Every
White
situation
supremacy
they
governs the
win.
world.
Okay, so they
White
win.
Power.
supremacy.
So
Power
they smarter.
governs
They
the
made
world.
they made all the right
they
decisions.
have the guns,
They put
they
all
have
the
the
right
money,
systems
they
in
have the
place.
ammunition, they have the influence.
Is she not saying what I'm saying?
No, I'm not. I'm not saying. I would never say white people are smarter than me.
You saying it, you just saying it in a
No.
different way. It's not as direct because
I'm not saying
what
that.
you're saying is
if they dominate
one-on-one,
everything,
if they dominate
But if you
everything
set
and
up
they
the
have been in
system-
control the entire time. They
No.
set up the
If you
system.
set up the
So
system
they
to
was-
your advantage, and you
That
have
is smart.
generations
That
of
is being smart.
No, a part of it is sneak. So when the Indians were on their land minding their business, and the people came with their guns and ammunition and ran them off the land.
they dominated
Okay?
the
Like I tell
situation.
people-
That's war. They
But that
conquered
ain't
them.
smarter.
They
That's
conquered. They
sinister and
conquered
evil.
them. and
It
they
is
took
sinister
what-
and evil, but if you recognize that there's this sinister and evil power coming to take over, you have to then
Hold on.
become what you need to become to defend yourself and keep with
Did
it
you,
yours.
did you
again-
realize before the white man dominated the Indians or dominated the blacks and took their lands and whatever, you realized that blacks and Indians was doing it to themselves, right?
Every history, every
Did,
race.
did you realize
has
that
their
there
own
were civil
forms of
wars?
slavery? Yes.
You realize
every
that?
race.
So because
Every race.
so because someone went in and said, you know what?
But you all are
And
just
said-
ignoring that
It's not
European
ignoring.
supremacy exists.
Listen,
Who's ignoring that?
no one ignored
Nobody.
anything.
I just
Laws
hold on.
like
know
slaves
the
had a choice.
system.
Hold on, no, I literally
People had a choice to pick cotton.
listen. I literally just said to you, what you all telling me is that the white man historically has been smart.
No.
What is your
And
end game,
outsmart.
Chrissy?
This is me.
My end
acknowledging
game-
what
What is
you
your
all
end
say.
game? What is
I
what
wanna
is-
live
what is
my
for
life-
you for game over when you reach that
Yeah,
goal?
let's ask
what's
what's the
your end
solution.
game?
What's the solution here?
What's your
Well,
end
do we
game?
the
fix this?
solution is, first of all,
How do we fix this?
like Anku says, and I've been calling for it since the 70s,
Mm-hmm.
in the Bahamas, where I happen to live right now, it would be nice if we can atone and have some truth and reconciliation. Because some awful things were done, and people have benefited from that European supremacy. That
So what does that look like?
supremacy.
You want them to tell you sorry?
That's not even about sorry. It's
You want
about
financial
making,
Let's get specific.
restitution?
Let's get
giving us
specific.
the items, and it's similar to American Restoration as well, giving our inner city communities, over the hill communities, the same benefits that everyone else gets. Why are schools
Do
shitty?
they not have the same
Why
benefits
Columbus
now?
Primary shitty?
Hold on, but hold on.
Who's
hold on.
in charge of those things?
That's what I'm saying. Which white
Yeah,
people can do
because
this?
again, we are ruled by neo-colonialists.
No.
So you mean to tell
We
me?
are still very much a colony.
You mean to tell me the
Do you see this
Hold
as a
on.
nation?
So hold on. Let me,
This
let
is
me
a
get this straight.
colony.
You're telling me right now the current.
You think the
Minister-
niggas in Europe saying, listen, make sure Naomi
wanna tell
Blatchwater ain't
me
working, eh?
The current Minister of Education.
Why are public schools look the way they
One,
are?
So the
Mr.
people-
Jeffrey Lloyd
Colonialists doing that.
does not have
Well,
the
Jeffrey
power.
Lloyd just reached it less
My
than 2
goodness.
months
No,
ago.
I mean it don't matter.
It's the
does
system.
Does he not have the power to say, you know what? If Ali is a complete mess,
Not on his own. Many people have to co-sign on to what Jeffrey wants to do. Jeffrey wants to end social promotion. Question is, why was it there in the first motherfucking place? Lord, sorry, that's under the rug.
Because
I keep forgetting.
Here's the thing.
See, colonialists make me mad.
And here's some truth a lot of black Bahamians don't want to realize.
I
We were
know exactly-
hijacked by ourselves.
well-
We were hijacked by the Black Moses, father of the nation, Lyndon Pillin.
To a degree,
and his-
yes.
No, not to a degree.
Because you're right, when the
No,
UPP was
not-
in power,
no.
the schools were better. You had to leave at 14, though.
But these
you
the-
could have
but these
write,
the white
read,
people
and
you
speak.
say cost all
Well, first
less.
of all, dear UBP,
Every-
y'all ain't white. Oh, you're one of the people who think Sadie and them and brand them white, eh?
Hold on, what is it? Please, what is a white person? What makes you white? Because
Hold on, you know what? I'm going to do the J. Let me do the J.
I confused now.
You know what?
What is a white? Now the UBP wasn't white?
Let me send my son a text.
I confused now, Chrissy. Y'all keep moving this
I don't like
goalpost.
excuses.
Me
The
neither.
systems-
you see, and by the way, that's
It
a good
is not
plug, Jay.
excuses.
I'm
Show
glad
the
that you
shirt.
said. Let me
Show the
show you
shirt.
all. By the way, we have the shirts available. Let me see if y'all can see it. Y'all can see it on camera now. These shirts, we have the Entrepreneur to Entrepreneur Shift the Culture podcast. This is our slogan and our saying on the show. And we end every show by saying, losers make excuses, winners make adjustments. And these t-shirts will be on sale tomorrow at the Taj Mahal. We have episode 50 of the Entrepreneur to Entrepreneur Shift the Culture podcast will be at the Taj Mahal tomorrow. So we hope that you guys would come out, chill out with us, network with us, ask us some questions. We're going to be there 7:30 p.m. at the Taj Mahal. Parking is across the street. These shirts will be on sale. $20. We'd appreciate it. But yes, that's it. Losers make excuses, winners make adjustments. That's our whole slogan.
I don't like excuses.
Me either.
We know what the system is. The system is that the construct of power. That construct has had many holders over the millennia or whatever you want to believe in, right?
And who holds this power in a black nation like ours?
The Egyptians had it for a point. They were overthrown by another dynasty. Then the Romans came on and
No,
they
they
continued
were
their thing.
conquered. War, guns,
Say they come with
ammunition.
cookies. Well, oh yeah, if y'all want shirts, just hit me up on 8045219. Just WhatsApp me on that number. Let me know your size. If I ain't got it in stock, I could bring it to your house when I get it. And Crystal, if you want the shirt to come with cookies, they could come with cookies too. 8045219.
That's a good idea. You should wrap cookies in the shirt.
That's a good idea. Just
Yeah.
like how they drop money in the shirt during the
I
election.
agree.
Oh yeah, Get them addicted, Greg.
That's
but
right.
Seriously,
I love that.
But on a serious tip, we have to know what we want out of life for ourselves.
Yes.
We have to actively figure out a plan and how to get it, and stop making excuses and
Yes.
stop using these bullshit terminologies when we don't attain what it is that we set out to. Pick your ass up and continue going.
I agree.
Right?
I agree. But the climate must be right for me to pick my ass up
Yeah,
and keep
the
going.
climate is right. You're fortunate that you don't live in one of those African countries that's stricken with famine and devaluation
And why?
and
Why
extreme
they look
levels
like
of
that? Why does
corruption.
Africa
Raven.
still look like that?
Because one, governmental greed. Two, European influence and dominance that
Supremacy.
continue and continue to rate. No,
But also excuses and lousiness.
a lot of lousy black leaders
Yes.
allow these things
Yes,
to happen.
like in our country, the lousy black leadership.
So
who get
fortunately,
payoff to block the whole
fortunately,
ocean
we're not.
view.
Fortunately, we're not in Donald Trump's America. We're in the Bahamas, where we have a certain. We could do certain things. We could aspire to have
Yes,
certain things.
I agree.
But you know what the problem is? When those of us find that avenue, we don't pay it forward. We keep it selfishly to ourselves.
Some of
because
us
we
don't. You're right.
We don't want to see anybody else come up.
Black people is kicking
And
down
it's,
off the
and
ladder.
it's the same thing. That's a Lyndon.
But you
did.
see what you
say?
It's
Black
the same thing.
Yeah,
Lyndon and
because
his
again, we're
group
programmed.
did, and when they
we don't-
got majority
again-
rule, they took the power, they enriched themselves, and they left us to fend for ourselves. So
But now that you know that, what you gonna do? We've been saying this
That's
for 50
what they
years.
said.
I say that too.
here's what Jay's going to do.
Well, again,
Jay's going to look at the world without borders. I'm going to explore it. I'm going to find avenues to make Jay some money.
Which is what we do.
Jay will already get married. Jay's going to have some kids. Jay's going to instruct and develop his kids with the same mindset that I develop later in life. And hopefully that head start gets them
Right.
further than me. And then have them pay it forward. And Jay's
Right.
going to affect a generation. That's what Jay's going to do.
Exactly.
Jay's going to make...
not going to make excuses.
No. Jay is
Okay.
going to be within the
And
next
that's
5 to
that's
7
what I
years
do.
the millionaire that someone told me I couldn't be.
Yes.
Right, and that's good, and that's a good goal to
You
have.
understand?
But that's not. But that's my problem.
But
Is
But
you
let's
telling
not
me
pretend that this system ain't in gear where white
but
supremacy
you have to
in a
know
black
the
nation.
game.
White
You
supremacy
know,
sound
if
like
you
a
know
boogeyman.
the game,
It's not a
and you
boogeyman.
know
That's how you
how
always make
to
it sound.
The world
how to
is built
shortcut
on
the
European
system to make
supremacy.
it.
So they were better.
No, they were not better. They were sinister, and they had privilege of having run the system.
Anytime you could get people, you could
That's like saying
you
the
could
Dutch people in
manipulate
South Africa
you could
was
manipulate
smarter.
them. You could manipulate them to the point to where they hate their own, they end up killing their own, and they have this mindset that they could never beat you, they could never get ahead, and they will always be in a position of servitude. You win.
Yeah,
You've won.
All white supremacy is pretty much is a myth, you know. A
You have
myth
won.
that has been sold to the black people that we are better.
Okay,
you
Jay,
never could uprise.
With all due
and-
respect, Jay, that is so not true.
oh my God, it's all a mental
White
state.
supremacy is not a myth.
I gotta go.
European
We can-
supremacy is
I'm
not
not.
a
I'm
myth.
not saying that the structure. I'm not saying
Look
that the
around
structure
you.
is not real. What I'm saying is, it's a myth that we can never
We could
beat it.
We continue
can
to
never
perpetrate
break
it. We continue to perpetrate
That's
it and
what the
make it
myth
grow.
is.
We continue.
We
to make
feed into
grow.
it more than they
Yes.
feed into it.
Yes.
They fuel it.
They actually deny it, and we try to convince them that it exists. We believe it more than they do.
You know what? I think this is gonna be my last show talking about because I don't know.
But we gotta go through some- I
Let me
gotta-
be like Hubert. You
We
don't hear
can-
me speaking English, eh?
We can talk for 10 minutes, and I won't go through some of these comments because I see some excuses, and then I see some.
Oh, really?
people
I wasn't even
agreeing.
reading the comments.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I
see-
saw some very.
Y'all gotta
interesting
forgive me.
comments.
Yeah,
My,
there's
my
some good
son
ones.
isn't feeling well, so I'm trying to get a little delivery to him where he is. I wish you could find one.
Well, what happened to Wayne, man?
What happened?
Wayne not broke. He hurt his foot.
Like a sprained ankle or something?
It's a little more than a sprain.
He's an athlete, man. That was
I
our
know, and I
What-
said
what
that.
he plays, football?
I said
Tennis.
injuries happen.
Oh, he's a tennis player.
Yeah.
And
so,
so-
you know he got one white girl. You
Oh,
know
you
that.
know that.
That's automatic.
You know what?
Wayne,
Like I
listen to
said,
me. Listen to me, bro.
my preference.
You're in a white sport. Get yourself a white
And
girl
that's-
and you go
and-
places.
You know what?
credit.
Okay, Tiger Woods. My son has good credit on its own.
Your son
Bunch
what?
of shit. My son has good credit on its
messing
own.
with you. I'm
Yeah,
messing
we
with the
like the message.
stereotype.
Ever since you
Because
told
y'all
me.
don't believe in white supremacy.
No, listen. Here's the thing.
That is my preference. It's like when you go, guess what? You know when I order your cookies from you and I go, you know what? I don't want them ones. I want these ones. So when Wayne bring a woman, I don't want that one. I want that
Yeah,
one.
but okay,
Yeah, but
let me
ain't
give
what
y'all.
you want.
I
ain't what
agree.
you
Exactly.
want.
And I understand that.
let me-
However, if you're, and me and my son talk about these things, okay?
Let me give you the
You think
example
he
I
accepts
gave
what
out.
you say?
I
My
hope
son
not.
understands what I'm saying, but he says he's going to fall in love with who he falls in love with.
man.
And I agree with that.
Good man.
I'm not raising my son to be an asshole,
I
but
get-
my preference is I would like my son to replicate himself.
I can give
will.
them the
When
example.
he does have any kids.
But I don't want him to replicate now. You have another good 10 years before
How
you
old
start
is it?
replicating.
How old is it?
18.
I can
18?
give them. Let me give them an example. I give Chrissy off
Okay,
air,
I
right?
give him that.
My issue with Chrissy's position is this. I don't have an issue with her position that she wants a black person or she wants to continue her lineage or whatever it is, right? That's fine. You could pick whoever you want.
So
pick.
why are you calling me racist for doing that?
My issue is when you now try to use your influence over your son.
But that's my son. I'm his parent. I'm supposed to
No,
influence
but-
him.
No, well, not in my opinion. In my opinion.
My son said, Mommy, should I get the red Nikes or the black ones? Wayne, I like the red.
But that's a difference.
He bought the red.
That's a.
But
So you are influenced.
He liked it too. But I'm saying y'all making it sound like if Wayne bring Hillary, that's what he teased me.
And by no
He's
means,
like,
I don't want
"Mommy."
the women on this feed to get offended. We're not saying that black women aren't.
No,
good
we're
enough.
not saying that because look
Oh,
here,
you know, but-
your
I know,
ma. Look, you ready? Your ma black.
Ain't nobody saying.
Oh,
but
thanks.
let me finish my example, right?
Okay, let me
So
ask
I
an
tell
example.
Chrissy,
What do
right?
you? Why am I a racist?
I tell Chrissy. Well, I didn't explain it. You ain't gonna never believe it anyhow.
Yeah, 'cause
so
you talking
I-
ass. Even my friend WhatsApp me. Everybody WhatsApp me.
Uh-huh.
Where the fuck you find these people?
Okay, so because your friend said that means you're right then.
You know, I'm just saying.
See, if you're
they are hearing
your
my,
problem is
they are hearing my ire and angst.
I need to tell you, you need to get rid of them people
no,
because
no,
they
Why didn't you
encouraging
scope?
you. They encouraging you to be wrong and in nonsense.
No, I'm not.
But here's the thing,
wrong.
right?
It is a preference.
Let me finish my example. I tell Chrissy, right, Jay? I say, okay, you know what it's like? It's like, okay, you and your friends go out. You like your steak
Which is a
medium rare.
silly ass
You like
analogy.
your. You can let me finish.
I don't give a fuck
You
how
can
you
let me-
like your
you can-
steak.
You can let me finish.
When steak I care about.
You get. Okay.
I don't care about your steak.
Well, let's go to that. Okay.
Lord, that came out wrong. I care
Let's
about
go.
your steak.
Jay, me, you, Chrissy, and Wayne go to dinner.
But this is
Oh, Jesus
Let him
Christ,
finish. Let him finish. Let him
Let you
finish.
finish.
She know I right. That's why she keeps
No,
stopping
it's
me.
not that, because
this
when
is,
you were
you know what she
talking
doing?
about
She
Chrissy,
fill up.
Pastor
She,
Jay.
this is
No.
what you call a
Take a
filibuster.
time out.
She
No,
is
I'm
trying
not.
to continue
No,
to
because I
delay
can't believe you're gonna
me
use this analogy
from
again.
getting to my point. You see how she keeps stopping me?
Let him get to his point.
Okay,
I haven't
go
heard
ahead.
the point.
Make your point. Make
I
your
haven't
point.
heard the point.
Look, make your idiotic point.
You run here filibuster this guy. Listen, let me get to the
You've been
point.
watching too much C-SPAN, but
That's what y'all like to watch American politics. So I
Who?
like to try.
Not
They like to
me.
use that word, right?
Especially not now. I hate the racist American
They
president.
like
but
to
go
use that
ahead.
word. But anyhow, it's like we go to dinner. Me, you, Chrissy, and Wayne, right? We getting what we want, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now Chrissy like her steak medium rare, right? And someone say steak analogy. Wow. Well, let me tell you why I'm using the steak analogy.
It's an
Hold on.
assy analogy.
Okay, well, you call yourself that because before the show start, Chrissy say when Wayne bring home the white girl, it's like someone bringing burn up steak.
And I must eat it.
All right.
I said burn up chicken.
No, you said steak, right? Before the show start,
I said steak or chicken.
So people, everybody,
But your
like,
analogy is a false equivalency.
oh my God, let me finish.
Okay, go ahead, finish. You're taking long.
Because you keep stopping me.
Hurry up.
Jesus Christ.
Talk over me,
Mother
since you're so right.
Mother said, if you have to keep stopping on your way home, you can take long to get there. Anyhow, here's why person who say steak, wow. Chrissy used this steak analogy before the steak show started when we was talking about
But
Wayne.
finish my analogy. Finish what I said.
She said Wayne bringing home the white girl is like someone bringing her burn up steak.
And I must eat it.
She don't like burn up steak. So this is why I am using the steak analogy, because this is what Chrissy presented, not me. So I took her steak analogy and I said,
Don't leave. Please watch. Stay.
Oh my
leaving?
God. No, that was earlier. You missed that. That was long.
let me
time.
tell you all something about these people, right? I've had shows where people say, oh, I can't take this.
But we
I'm
gotta
gone."
talk it out.
And
That's
then
how we
5
work
minutes
it out.
later,
We talk it out.
I won't finish this.
Anyway, finish the steak analogy.
5 minutes later,
So
I
you
got-
order your steak rare, and I
okay,
tell you
and
your
it's
steak
filibuster.
wrong.
Okay, so we out to dinner. She like medium rare. Wayne like his steak well done. They bring us our plates of food. Wayne got his well done steak that he liked, and
Right.
she like medium rare. That's like her saying, Wayne, don't you dare eat this steak because I do not like well done steak, so I don't want you to be eating this steak. I like my steak medium rare. Well, you have your medium rare steak on your plate. What is your problem? The man likes a well done
False
steak.
equivalency.
How so?
No, it's not.
Two
How?
different things.
You know what?
Not.
And this is what they do.
You're projecting
I-
your preference onto him,
And that's
wrong.
my son, and that's my right to do so.
You-
But don't say it's a false equivalency.
But it is.
No, it's not. It's
I don't
the
give a
exact
shit what
same
happened to the
thing.
steak after you shit it out. But I care about. Okay, no, you can't call me
See,
during the show.
This
Can't
is,
call me during the
this
show.
is something that I hate what people do when you make a point on their argument and they don't have a way to defend it.
Greg, I'm
they call it
defending
a
my
false
point.
equivalent. No, you just said it's a false equivalency.
Greg,
Defend your point.
my son having a child with a white woman, if that's what he wants to do, I will accept it. But that is not my first preference.
Listen,
I would like my son
Sugar, with
to
this person-
marry a woman who looks like me. That is my right.
Sugar Love So Sweet Clark, please explain to me how it's different.
That's my right.
You're right. You could have a right to like medium rare steak. But when you try to make your son eat what you like
But Greg-
as a grown man, that is a
Greg,
problem.
when I did my analogy, I talked
That is
about
a
the
problem.
fact that me eating the steak. That was my analogy. Telling me I have to accept if Wayne brings home a white woman is like telling me I must eat a burnt up steak.
no,
I'm
because
ingesting it.
No, you are not.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
You
You're
sleeping
telling
with the
me.
white woman?
No,
You taking
but
the
that's
white
what I'm
woman
saying.
home?
Your
You
analogy,
marrying the white
but
woman?
your analogy is not on the same plane.
How is it
because you're
not?
talking about Wayne eating the steak, while as his mother, I can suggest things that I want done.
Fine.
And that's my right as
Yes.
his mother.
Yes.
I want him to bring home a woman who looks like me. What's
That is-
wrong with that?
Listen.
When Ling Ming, mother tell her bring home Mei Fao, y'all say a fuck.
you was changing the
when
narrative,
Lakshmi
Chrissy.
and Patel.
No, you was changing the
I don't
narrative.
understand why I can't replicate myself.
Let me
Why
tell
is
you,
that
you see how
racist?
she's so used to playing the
I'm
victim.
not changing. I'm not
She's so
playing the
used to
victim.
playing
Stop
the victim.
saying that.
She playing
Greg
the victim
Hawley,
now. Let me
I
tell
am
you how.
not a victim.
Let me tell
if
you
you
how.
look at my life, now I have had things happen to me. I'm not a
You can
victim.
let me explain
No,
to you
because
how.
when you run on with these things, I just want to punch you in your face. Because you talking a bunch of shit.
Let me tell you why. This is how you playing the victim again. None of us ever said that
Thank you.
None of us ever said that you can't have your preference. You can have your
You
preference.
said I'm a racist if I have that preference.
I said you're a racist because you said you know you ain't gonna like a white woman if we ain't bring her home. That is racist because you are judging this white woman solely on the color of her skin and thinking that she is less than because she is white, and you don't want that. That is racist. Okay? You having a preference is different. You could have a preference. You could want him to have a girl who like Remy, who like to wear purple shoes. Well, you could have all the preferences you want. But it's when you then try to use your influence over your son to get him to go against what he wants.
That's my right as a parent.
I feel as though that is a problem.
Okay, well, you're wrong, but that's my right as a parent.
That is a problem. It's not your right as a parent to try and tell them what to do with their...
Let me use one of Greg's analogies.
Is it wrong for someone that believes in the extreme Islam to train their child in the same thing?
Most likely they do.
No, I asked if
that
it's
ain't the
wrong.
question. What's the answer?
Is it right or wrong?
If that's your religion and you want to teach your children your religion.
Extreme Islam is not a religion.
Yes,
is
it
it
is.
right or wrong? No, it's
You have
not.
extreme or religion.
No.
If they want to teach their children to blow people up and put on
Islam
vests,
is a
that's on
religion.
them.
is a
You have
religion.
extremists. You have different levels.
But that happens all the
They're
time.
terrorists. It's not. We use extreme Islam.
Okay, well, let me answer you like how
is a-
you and Greg is looking like. You could train them all you want, just don't use the bomb. Is that better for you?
Just the what?
See? Just don't use the bomb. Train little Ramesh them to use
That's
the...
so racist.
Yeah. I use an Arabic name.
That ain't racist.
I use an Arabic... That's the name.
That's not a
Ramesh
That
them.
is racist. And you know what the problem is. This is what we have in society now, right? We have broadened what the word racist means. Because I've heard people
And
call...
your analogy, your definition is so out of whack.
I've heard people... My definition, you mean the Oxford definition, and most definitions...
Look
most
here,
of the dictionaries
most
you can
black
find
people
is
I
out of
know who
whack.
are pro-black, they don't think they're superior to anybody.
You don't have to be...
Me and Uncle don't believe we're superior to
Chrissy,
anybody,
you-
but white supremacy is real.
Chrissy, it does not mean... Listen, see, and this is where you all twist it up. This is where you're wrong.
I'm not twisting anything up.
Let me clear it up. You don't have to believe you're superior to be racist, you know.
And that doesn't make you a good lawyer.
If you
unless Bones
believe...
Gilbert.
If you
A
believe...
good lawyer?
Bones Gilbert, yeah. Answering without hesitation doesn't make you a good lawyer.
If you believe you are inferior,
I'm not
that's
trying
racist.
to be a lawyer,
No, she
but I
said you could be.
don't. I
Yes,
don't.
you all do.
No.
Because you all saying...
I don't believe I'm inferior. Do I look like a bitch who believes she inferior to anybody?
You all say black people ain't got no power.
Black people do not have power based on the systems
But
of
you
the
just
world.
say you don't believe
That
that
is
you're
why we
inferior.
can't be
Are you not
racist.
black?
That's why we can't be racist because
Chrissy,
racism
I need
is
consistency
embedded
here.
in a power
I need
construct.
consistency.
You getting consistency?
it's a
You
yes
want me
or
to
no?
change my answer?
No, you cannot say...
I know I'm not inferior to
You
anybody.
cannot say that.
And neither am I superior to anybody.
You cannot say...
Whereas white people believe they're superior.
You cannot-
Donald Trump doing the travel ban, he believes he's superior to them people. But I noted, but you don't put no travel ban on the people who making you money in Arab countries, though. You know, you can't white supremacy. That's how the logic of white supremacy is so ignorant.
You know what? I think I didn't hang out enough rope. I think Chrissy didn't hang
Shut-
herself.
I did not hang myself.
No, but
you were
but you know-
trying
you
to
know-
get me
but-
to admit
but
that
Greg,
I'm a
you know what?
racist.
I am not trying
And
to
I'm
get you
not.
to admit
Correct.
nothing. You
Well, here's the thing.
already have. You've done that. You've done that many times over.
Here's the truth of the
Black
situation.
trying to get
people
back to
cannot
that.
be
Correct.
racist.
Correct.
That's
Here's the
nonsense.
truth of the situation.
Uh-huh.
There's not enough rope. Even if you give Chrissy rope,
Mm-hmm.
she probably could sell it at a wholesale price and make
Yeah,
a
and make some
huge
money.
ass profit. Because you have to understand.
Look at this
Her
nonsense.
ideology.
Jay and Greg are the kings of mansplaining. What the hell is this
Is-
nonsense?
Yeah, they are, for real.
What is this Let me tell you all something about this
Yeah.
nonsensical mansplaining. Listen to me. You all see throughout this, if you have been watching this show, how many times have you seen Chrissy stop me, interrupt me, talk over me, stop me? But yet, I mansplaining.
Because you
You
run
see?
out.
So used to being the victim and playing this victim card that they put themselves in a position because they realize you look like a jerk for
Talking over
beating on a
and-
victim.
yeah.
A victim is always the winner. So they have put themselves.
So black
in this-
people haven't been the victims of white supremacy,
Listen to me. Black people have been victims of many
of
things.
white supremacy.
Black people have been victims of many things.
Most of them rooted in white supremacy.
No one is denying.
Whether it's housing, whether it's economics, whether it's medical. Do you remember when the Tuskegee Airmen were tested using syphilis while they treated the white men for the disease? You see, I don't know what history y'all live in, what world y'all live in.
Okay, so let's go back to the answer.
You
What's
guys-
the
I
solution?
live in a world where I probably will be shot by my own before I get hanging from a tree.
And why is that? And why is that? Why is that?
You tell us.
Because niggas
No,
make a
Jay.
choice to rob me of the things that I get.
And why are niggas robbing you?
Tell us. You tell us.
No, you said it.
No, I'm just saying. That's the type of world I live in. Here's the thing.
That's
No
a
one
white
is-
people argument. Oh, you all talk about white people killing you, but you all kill each other in your inner city communities.
Well, we got so
Shut
much,
the
so
fuck
much,
up.
so much people
called
lost in
an
these comments.
absolute truth. White people kill black people. White people kill white people. Black people kill black people.
People kill people.
It's a cycle. Take away the borders. Take away these labels.
And how do you do
and
that?
It's all here. But we don't empower ourselves
Right.
to say that we need to do this because we trust and whatever systems say that this is what it's supposed to be. We allow society, we allow cultural structures to dictate how we live. And it's been wrong. And it's been wrong for a very long time. And we, the people, do not have the fucking balls to admit that it's wrong and do something about it. Because we as a collective say we're too weak. Just like we, black people as a collective, that outpopulated these plantations, allowed people to be dismembered, allowed people to be hung. Instead of we pick up the
But
fucking
you just
hammer,
said the slaves had
pick
a
up the
choice.
fucking hammer and beat some white people's fucking head in. They
Some
didn't have no
people did.
instant messaging.
They do it in Haiti.
Some people did.
No, they didn't do it in large enough numbers to stop it. We had
Because
the
again,
numbers.
white
We had the
supremacy had the
numbers to stop
ammunition,
it.
the guns, the people.
No, they didn't have enough ammunition to kill 15 to 20 niggas one time.
There were many slave uprisings in the Caribbean, in America,
Chrissy, not enough to stop the fucking
because
trade.
the system is supported
Because
by
we defeated ourselves by saying that we're
And
not good
continue to
enough.
do so. I mean, just listen to this mentality. And like I said last week, what's the outcome?
Oh,
what's the
Jay
solution?
swearing now, but Chrissy can talk. Wow.
See, don't kill yourself.
what happened?
Jay must fall.
What happened? What they say? Sorry,
Lord, Jay swearing now.
Jay to swear where y'all been.
Jay, if you don't
Again,
mind.
don't get Jay mixed up with who you see on the radio in the morning. See, unlike Jay, unlike my show, I can say fuck Jay can't. He wish he could, but he can't.
I think most people have this loser mentality, and they believe that there's this glass ceiling that they'll never reach above.
That's not
and
true.
as long as we have that, you've been preaching this for years. And as long as we have this mentality, we'll never go forward. Jay, please, I don't know what happened. My phone ain't allowing
That's
me
an
to
hour
see.
already?
And,
Wow.
yeah, I won't get some of these comments though. Jay, if you don't mind, go through some of these comments and
I
let's,
can't with these comments.
let's
Chrissy, you do it.
Let's address.
So we don't stop mansplaining.
yeah, okay. So let's not mansplain.
Don't talk down to me, nigga.
That was actual sarcasm, but okay. Go ahead. Chrissy. No, seriously, I love you.
Child, that's like the first time I heard my sister-in-law say nigga.
Let's go. Let's
I was
go.
like-
being harvested.
I was
I'll
like,
read that
excuse
one.
me.
Jay
You ready for
being
this?
harvested.
I was like, excuse me, May Wing. You can't call my brother nigga.
Well,
Why?
You can't. Only black people can use
I'll
that
see you in
word.
5
Yes,
years.
kill me
man,
how
so I'll
y'all,
see who been
y'all,
harvested.
y'all is fight for the use of word nigga more
No,
than
it's
y'all
not
is
fighting
fight
for it.
more than y'all is
It's
fight for
explaining to
equality.
you. It's no, that's not true.
Yes.
It's like how my Italian friends.
People is freak out
No.
and other races say
No,
nigga
guess what?
like nothing else,
You
like no other
can't
issue.
say nigga. Remember Bill Maher just get in trouble for this. Yeah,
Yes.
we cool and use juice black. You can't. You white. You can't say nigga. That's the
Yes.
deal. My friends who are Italian,
You know
they
what
tell
I-
me to my face. They could call each other Guido. I can't call them that.
You know what that is to me?
You know, y'all need to catch yourself.
If you get so offended by someone else calling you it, then maybe you shouldn't be calling each other.
No, it's not. Again, the word has
So
a
it's
long
either-
history of good and bad.
So it's either you don't use it,
You
or
can't.
you use it, and you can't tell other people what word they could
You
use.
can't use it.
A little informed in your perception.
Read it, man. Read it.
Yeah, you
out
read it
loud.
because I looking for
Read
my
it out loud,
glasses.
No, man, y'all talking some serious stuff, but it sounds a bit ill-informed, and your perception depth is off. Matthew Thinker.
Well,
Oh,
Matthew just
Jesus.
told me the same thing too, and Matthew's my friend.
Matthew, you know
Matthew
how to
said
find
to me, I will get over how I feel about Wayne. And Matthew, I can tell you, Matthew married a white girl. Matthew said, I will get
Really?
over it. Yeah, you're shocked, eh? Yeah, you bitch, see? Ain't you shocked?
Not really.
Yeah, that Matthew?
I didn't know Matthew was married. I didn't know
So,
Matthew was married.
I'm not saying, I am saying that is my preference.
Okay.
No, you're
Tamika
saying more than that.
Brooke says, this is,
Uh-huh.
I would Chrissy, there's a difference between inferiority and not having control of the system, of a system. Here's the thing. The system is in place.
Slaves could have picked cotton by
every
choice. I still on that.
Every system has a fail-safe. Every system has rules. You know what the problem is? You niggas don't want to equip yourself with the rules of the game and use it to your advantage. You realize that the stereotype that black men are thugs or they're violent or they're intimidating, you realize you could use that as a positive, as a weapon.
And historically, what has happened to the men who have tried to change things?
Look at Uncle say, so you all bust the part two without me, eh? LOL.
Yeah, goddamn it. We bust the part two without you. 'Cause I need to talk, motherfucker.
Man, Uncle, what happened right
I
now?
doing the J, I doing the Jag, and just shut up.
No, Uncle is cool people, and at the end,
Matthew,
he
I
did
never
come
thought
up
that I
with
know it all.
Common ground and
Hold
stuff
on.
like that, but
Matthew,
it is what it
or
is.
should I misimpress this thing? Matthew, let me explain something. Because Matthew say you don't know it all, Greg. Listen, the beautiful thing about me is that
Greg, don't pretend to know it all.
I recognize that I ain't close to knowing it all, and I am open to learning new things. But you have to bring me sense.
Yeah.
And
You
we
have
do.
to bring
Sound
facts.
logic.
You have to bring logic.
Yes,
you
we
have
do.
to bring reason. You have to bring sensible things. I ain't just buying into some nonsense just because
No,
you
we don't want you
feel
to.
it is that,
But
the way,
remember,
that way.
we don't
And
want you
also
to.
black tie going
The good thing is I recognize that I am a dummy. I recognize
dummy.
that there are
You just
many
have-
things that I don't know about. There are many things that I am not informed of, and I don't speak about those things. I speak about the things that I do know about, and then when I don't know, I sit back and I listen. So no, I never thought. What happened, Jay? You see a comment that run you out there.
I don't have my glasses, y'all.
The
Sorry.
oppression of natives in Canada runs so deep and is still in place in many of the tribes having crisis of their young committing suicide.
We
And
talked
that-
about the
and that-
Indians.
And that's a true.
So the Indians had a choice to go on the reservation, eh?
No, we're talking about a totally different
Chrissy,
thing. We're talking
life
about
is
No,
about
but-
choices.
no.
we're talking about the
Life is about
Canadian, we're
choices
talking
and
about
consequences.
Canadian tribal.
Yeah,
Indians
and even look at that. And let me be disgusting. Why ain't no black people in Justin Trudeau cabinet?
what?
You heard me, I didn't stutter.
Ain't no black people in this cabinet.
Yeah, why not?
I gotta look at that again. 'cause
I'm not sure.
I remember them
I
praising
saw-
him for the
And,
diversity.
are you ready?
I'm-
And Rajneesh don't count.
I remember them praising him
His
for the
cabinet is
diversity.
diverse enough, and he is.
And we're the black people.
And here's the thing.
Now maybe I missed the picture.
Even if a black person isn't in that cabinet, he used people that had skill and experience to every position that was available, and I have no problem with that. So if
Okay.
a black person isn't a chemist or an engineer and available at the level that you need them to perform,
Out of the whole of Canada.
I don't have a
How much
problem
black
with
people in
that.
Canada?
There are a lot of black people in Canada.
Pool
Yeah.
is smaller.
But I'm just saying, out of
Yes,
all of
yes.
Canada.
Because the pool is smaller. You know, let's find out the demographics first before we pass judgment, and that's my problem.
But I'm
when
just
people,
saying,
when people jump
If
to
we're a
these-
homogenous society, everyone, we should see the homogenous nature.
It doesn't matter if a black person is in his cabinet or not.
Yeah, it does.
This isn't about what you call that thing, affirmative action or whatever. I need people that know how to do the job, that will be
and
fair,
their color shouldn't matter.
We all
and
agree
will
with
be
you.
fair to all cultures.
Let
and
me
it
tell you,
doesn't matter.
I'll be honest
It
with
doesn't
you.
matter who it is.
I think we get caught up on the wrong things, right? And I'll be honest with you. I don't care if even here in the Bahamas, if we had an all white.
Why no women in the cabinet in the Bahamas?
See, that's the problem. Y'all just want women there. My thing is, I don't care about that. I don't care if you was a white person, an Indian. If we could have had all Indian people in the Bahamas cabinet, if they were doing an awesome job and getting things done the way they should,
I would've left
ain't
them
no
back if they
teething
do it
going
again.
on. That's all I care about. I could care less if they all male, if they all white, if they all black, if they all Indian, if they all women. I don't care. I think we just worry about the wrong thing. Oh, we need some women in there.
We need some
We need some
representation.
gals because
No, because guess
so
what?
What if they
the
don't do
world
job?
is like that because of the white supremacy. That when you start
No.
calling yourself
You sound like
homogenous,
Tariq, what do you name Tariq Nasheed? Everything is white supremacy.
but
and
everything
this
is
that.
white supremacy in the world.
it's
Where you been?
No, it's not.
What world do y'all live in?
Wow.
But all I'm saying, if you're going to be homogenous, it should be reflective of all the people who have an opinion.
Wow.
No white supremacist or supremacy structure is going to stop me from getting mine. I know what I want out of life.
Yeah.
And
I dare you to get it.
I agree. However, we can say that based on our perch of middle class privilege. But just how they talk about the Indians in Canada,
I wasn't
just how we
born
talk
into
about the
middle class.
South Africans.
I was poor as shit.
No, Bahamians, we live in a dead good life compared to around the world. I don't know how many places y'all been around the world, but we live in dead good. The poorest damn Bahamian. Living
So why
better
we
than most
complain,
people.
complain so much?
Because again, we use our argument based on our agenda and our feelings. That
What's
is
the
why
agenda?
Matthew is looking. Matthew, okay, with the thing with Matthew telling me I will get over it, and I will, with regard to if my son brings home a white woman, because that is his experience that he's had to deal with. Okay, and so I believe we use these arguments to foster our agenda based on the feelings and attachment that we have to a particular subject. But when you are saying to me shit like the white people, I mean the black people had a choice to pick the cotton and European supremacy, no, they did not.
Well,
Some of us want to
Clearly-
pick the cotton and live.
clearly based,
And that's a choice you make.
yeah, clearly based on this conversation.
I can't make a choice when I am You know, it's like saying to me, Chrissy, you can choose to go and gamble in the casino in Atlantis. If the system is against me and there are repercussions, I'm not going to. I'm not going to go and risk being arrested when the system says, again, another colonial assy system that tells me as a person living in a country,
And
I
Rosa
can't
Parks
go.
wasn't supposed to sit on the goddamn bus.
Yes, but she went to the front.
Right?
Okay, and there were repercussions.
And she took those repercussions.
But again,
too.
but by the way, Rosa wasn't the first.
Oh my
I'm-
God.
I didn't say she was the first.
But with people with
There, you cannot tell
people
people
with the
there
men-
are benefits.
the people with the mentality you have, there would have never been a first.
That's not true.
Yes, because you're
Because
like,
again, but I'm.
I don't have no choice.
No,
This is how it
but
is.
hold on.
So I need to
I'm
sit
talk-
in the back
I
of the
talk-
bus.
I talk
need
to
to
you.
let the white people continue
That's not
to rule over
true.
me. Yes,
That's not true.
That's your
I
attitude.
talk to you from my 1962 to 2017 way of thinking. Maybe if I was being hosed down like Rosa them, I mean, I know I would have been a black militant. I know that because I know my personality.
Please.
However,
Listen,
yeah, right.
You would have gone right.
I'd
there
be
and
fighting for
conformed.
you niggas right here in the Bahamas.
No, sir. You would have conformed.
I'd be fighting for you niggas right here in the
Just how you
Bahamas.
talking, you was conformed.
That's not true.
You say you ain't no choice.
Greg,
How you can
the
say
black
how
people
you-
did not have a
you can't
choice.
just contradict herself.
I'm not contradicting
You
myself.
You say this whole show, they ain't had no choice, but then you say you would have been the rebel who would have been fighting.
But I'm
Which
saying
is
to
it?
you, it's like Eddie Murphy
Do you
saying
have
what
a
he
choice or
says.
do you not?
The slaves did not have a choice to pick cotton.
Okay, so you
okay,
said-
that is crazy.
But you said that, but then you just said you would have been the one fighting against it.
Because my personality is such that I don't like injustice.
That's what I'm saying. So do you have a choice or
But,
not?
but you cannot negate the fact that there is a system of white supremacy
Oh, my God.
and European supremacy
Pandora, like
throughout the
Ron said,
world,
The consequences of you not picking cotton was watching your family being slaughtered, which
and your wife getting juice.
You would have picked the goddamn cotton.
Well, that's what you
But
think.
there's no choice. Again,
There's a choice.
There was a choice. We could
Okay.
have collectively, like you said, there were many uprisings.
And you know what's important? That
but not enough did it.
And you know what's important, Jay? This is the same mentality we still have to this day.
Sorry.
That we don't have a choice. And so we still allow so many injustices because we are so divided and we are not coming together to fight for the causes that will cause us to prosper.
Yeah.
because y'all just let people tell you can't go to Atlantis.
Just like the
Sunday.
old whipping slavery back in the day, a lot of
You
people
can't go to Bahama.
standing around and watching a few people fight and watching them get do away with and saying, well, I can't do nothing about
See
that,
what
ain't no
happened to that
choice.
one?
Yeah, so it's same thing
And
still
that's why
going
they
on.
do it.
Sandy
The
said,
same thing still going
hypocrisy
on.
all around. What color is a soul?
Well, when I
admit-
live in this world,
I would say brown,
this is
but
in a
my
soul
traffic
world.
You look a little white.
Who? Who look little white?
But anyhow, folks, you know what, Chrissy, I could do you a favor. This could be our last.
Stop calling me a racist. Then we'll be cool.
This could be we still cool, man. You know I love you. This
I
could
love
be-
you too.
This could be our
But I know
last.
racist.
Yeah, you're a racist. But
I'm
this could
not a
be our
racist.
last. We ain't gonna talk about this no more.
I
'cause
have prejudices.
clearly, no matter what, you are not budging on your position.
the sun.
You are not open.
Because I'm not a racist.
You are not.
Why should I change? Yeah, Uncle, that's why they so fixated on Wayne having a white gal.
You are not because.
Probability it will happen.
No, but let me tell you why, Uncle. Because she's so hard against it, I like to mess with her and tell her that
That's
he can
my
have it.
choice.
Just because she against it.
I
that's
wish my
why.
friend would. All of y'all who was talking to me about last week's show, y'all come on here and write your comments. Where my friend admitted, when her little white English gal bring home the black Jamaican boy, the first thing she said was, "Oh my God, the grandchildren are going to be black."
She's a racist.
No, she's not a racist. She expected her daughter to have white little children like her. People seek to replicate themselves.
If she is disappointed or feels any way
She's shocked.
if she feels in any way that her children are going to be somewhat less than
Or
desirable,
she's embarrassed because of the end result based
Then-
on what her class.
then that is
thinks.
racist.
That's racist.
That ain't racist.
yeah. But anyhow,
That's her choice.
you know what? We're gonna wrap that because clearly, we're moving on this, and this just clearly displays why, in my opinion, black people have
Sorry,
continued to remain in the position that we are.
So entrenched.
Because of the mentality that we have, this loser mentality, this inferiority complex, this
Some black
ain't
people
nothing
have
we could
that.
do because of white supremacy, and we might as well just, it's nothing we could do. This mentality, as long as we continue to keep this mentality, then the conditions that you see, you will not only continue to experience, but they'll only get worse.
You need to go read some Sheikh Auntie Diop. You need to go read some Dr. Ben.
It'll only continue to get
I don't
worse.
need to read anything.
And
Yeah, because y'all don't know the history
fine.
of your existence
at
in
the-
this world.
And at the end of the day,
I'm fine.
I really
I'm probably
believe.
gonna reach somewhere in Africa at some point in my life.
Well, I would hope
I really
so.
believe. I really
Probably
believe
go
we
on
want
a
the same
tourist-
thing.
do the
You know what I
tourist
mean?
thing.
But at the end of the
Maybe.
day,
I would hope you do go to Africa.
It's on my list.
Dear black people, instead of going to Miami, man, I can't find this store. Try
but
go
you
to
know what,
Africa.
Chrissy? Ain't no Walmart in Africa. So, on that note, folks,
You sure?
Thanks,
Well,
Liberia must have an Walmart.
That's true, I ain't
for-
sure. I ain't sure.
Yeah, I think Liberia because they're
but
more
not
American.
But not that I know of. Not that I know of.
Uncle, any Walmart in Liberia? You been there?
I don't even need a Walmart in Africa. Just show me where to spend my money now. Spend my money like I spend it everywhere else.
Yeah. Oh, gee, Andrew say, Jay, I scared of you.
I've been to Africa.
Why?
I know why. He say he's scared of you. But anyhow, folks, we want to thank you for tuning in. This is just spirited conversation. At the end of the day,
He's
we
your
all,
friends.
we all want people. Jay,
Yeah, you
Jay
are
is
my
my dog.
friend.
Chrissy is my jack. That's
Yeah.
my love. I
Uncle,
love her
my
to death.
jack too.
Uncle, you light skin, brethren.
Uncle is
Yeah,
nice skin.
Uncle is my boy
brown
too.
skin.
Uncle is a junglist, you know. I want you all sleep. Uncle is a junglist, you know.
Uncle
I can
is
see that in him.
jealous.
Uncle Sarah, aka Basil Bain.
Not Basil Bay.
You ain't know
Oh,
Basil
that's
Bain,
real
eh?
government name?
No. Basil
Basil
Bain is a
Bain?
character he is playing. You
His
remember?
uncle is real government name.
Oh, in West
You remember
Chile.
the spot?
Oh, okay.
I almost dead when
Uncle
I
don't play
almost
million
I almost
characters.
dead when Uncle come out as Basil Bain. Come over the pants all wear up any measuring tape. To my,
Okay.
you know.
Now I know.
You know how they give you the weather report and they say C is 2 to 4 feet.
Oh, Basil Dean, Basil Bain.
Yeah,
Okay, get it.
Basil
I
Bain
get
out there in the water with measuring tape.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
I
I remember that skit.
Yeah, Uncle is my boy. He's a clown too. He does have a sense of humor.
You got to have a sense of humor.
From that performance.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, that was
all
jokey.
right.
That
From the
was
spot.
jokey.
Yeah, you got
So
to
we
get it
all
out.
listen. We all want people, man. Listen, we want the same thing. We only want to be liberated. We want to be free to do whatever we want.
Wanna be
Live a good
respected.
That's
life. Live a peaceful life. But we ain't gonna get there. You know, arguing over nonsensical things and these positions. But I just wanted to show the mentality. You know what I mean? And it's so deeply entrenched in our culture that we have to start to eradicate this mentality in order to move forward. It's not going to happen if we don't do so. So we have these conversations so that we could bring awareness to these things, and so we could at least hopefully get to the point to where we not only admit it exists, but then we could start to fix it. You know
I
what
agree.
I mean? And get
And-
past and move forward. So
Exactly.
that's the purpose of the conversation.
Exactly.
That's the purpose of the conversation.
And fix it where you are. Like
Yeah.
Uncle Serrata say, you want to change the world? Start in your room.
Yes, that's the
Start
best
where
way.
you is.
Start where you
and
are.
that's what I do.
I like
Yes,
that.
yes.
You obviously didn't listen to my shows. For 4 years, we've been doing these damn shows, and he just had out today.
No.
We've been saying this for 4
You
years.
ever not sweep the porch? That's what.
Sweep the porch.
If each before his doorstep swept, the village
No,
would be
I
clean.
love
But that
you
ain't
too,
Chrissy
Jay.
one though. That ain't
That's an
Chrissy.
African proverb.
No,
Yeah.
but I remember saying that a lot.
Yeah, but she used to say that then
It's an
every show.
African proverb.
Yeah, yeah.
I did not write
But
it.
that's the truth. Sweep before your doorstep before you go point your finger at somebody else.
I like the
Especially
Roman-
if yours
I like the
dirty.
Just
Roman-
start in your room, and that's what we do. I'm
Well,
talking to
that's what
my
I do.
son.
Yeah.
I talked to my son about.
No, your son ain't in your room. He have his own room now. He's an adult.
Well, again, he's an adult now, but I have raised my son to have these different
Uncle say C is always 2 to
conversations.
4 feet.
And you know what I love? And why they, and the thing is, why do they say over the ocean? Where the sea is gonna be? I asked Basil Dina before. I said, Basil, why do you say 2 to 4 feet over the ocean?
Yeah,
Where over the land? Where they gonna be?
Over the lake.
Stupid.
Over the lake, the pond.
We do some funny things.
Hold on. But I think that means over sea level. Like
No, what that is, what that means is the
it'll
waves.
rise above it.
That's the estimated height of the waves.
Thank you, Captain,
You
but
know
that
what I
still
mean?
sounds
Yeah, that's-
stupid.
that's all it
Hold
is.
on, Captain's log sounds stupid. It still sounds stupid.
Hey, yeah, but
C is 2 to 4, and we used to have to read them. You used to
Yeah.
read them, right? Do y'all still read them?
No, they don't.
Jay, how you get out of run reading them? Oh, y'all is a junglist station. I forget. The junglers don't care about weather.
only
They coming out in their tight pants,
Yeah.
rain or shine.
Yeah.
Only when a
Hurricane.
coming.
Oh, because I
Yeah.
know it on radio we are supposed to read
Yeah,
them. You know
yeah,
we're
yeah.
supposed to read them every 2 hours
Wow.
by law.
During regular time?
Every 2 hours.
Anyhow, folks, let me start.
So let me go home.
Yeah, let me start because
Let
I
me
gotta.
take my black stuff home, mix with a little bit of white home.
Yeah.
And go talk to my son.
Yeah, well, first I got to tote this equipment to Taj Mahal. Once again, folks, please tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. We hope that you come out Taj Mahal.
Y'all better come out.
Yes,
You'll be right there.
Chrissy could be there.
Everybody want pork, Jay. Y'all come
Yeah,
out.
all y'all who was having these comments, if y'all want to challenge us on certain
Look at
things,
Jay face.
even though that's our next podcast, that ain't this one. But if you want to have discussion about certain things, we can be right there. I could be there, Jay could be there, Chrissy could be there. We got the Salt Bay Island, Pacino Wallace could be there.
Kino could be there?
Gail could be there.
I love Gail.
Travis could be there.
I like Travis
You
sometime.
think we could rope Travis into a controversy?
No. Travis.
Just have him sit down and just spring it on.
Listen, Travis got
Look at Jay.
surprise.
Look at
Travis-
Jay. Jay always trying to stir shit.
Travis got for Michael bottom shoe. He slide out of them situation dead quick.
Not for Michael.
For Michael bottom shoe on tile floor, he slide out that dead quick.
Girl, you ignorant.
Trust me. But yes, tomorrow, Taj Mahal, Entrepreneur to Entrepreneur Shift the Culture episode 50. We're going to be there.
50, Greg.
We're
That's
gonna
a
have
year worth of shows.
These straights will be losers make excuses, winners make adjustments.
Except if you got titties, ain't no
you
shade
want-
for you.
Well, no, straight for you, it just ain't gonna be there tomorrow. But if you
Hold on,
leave,
so why women with titties can't wear the shirt?
she need a
How
bigger
the
size.
F I could fit in a medium shade?
She need a bigger
You think
size.
I a
You don't
jungle,
have
say?
medium? You don't have
I have size right now on me. I have sizes medium
Clean
to
it up.
extra large.
Oh, you do have
Medium
extra
to
large.
extra large.
Not high enough. I need 2X.
But if we don't have your size, bring your money.
Greg
Bring
calling
it
us
on.
fat, y'all.
Bring your money.
11%.
Yeah, see.
Greg calling us fat, y'all.
Already. If I don't have your size, bring your money, and what we will do, take down your information, leave your address, and we can bring it to your house when we get it.
With two cookies.
Yeah, so bring your paper tomorrow.
And
Get your
the
shirt.
cookies.
If you want to
Is it
order,
yes?
I want cookie in my shade.
804-5219 is the number to WhatsApp. WhatsApp that number. Send your information and your size, and we can bring the shirt right to you. But on that note,
I got
please.
my ex
So we hope to see you all tomorrow. But we thank you for tuning in. We just have good conversation. That's all it is.
That's
It's
all
good,
it
all the
is.
good fun.
Oh,
It's
it's
just
a
good
very good
conversation.
All it
Good
is.
fun. That's all
That's
it is.
all it is.
We have a good time at the end of the day.
See my son? Let me
See
tell
that?
you, Bamis asked me who white baby this is.
I'll just flash and highlight.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's all it is.
Bamis
Flash.
just...
But it's just good spirited
They
conversation.
intoxicated with skin.
No, we love whiteness because
Yeah.
white supremacy is the way to go.
Well, y'all need to stop hitting subscribe to videos y'all don't like. So, at the end of the day, but I hope you all like this one. So hit the like button, share the video with your friends. We here every Thursday around this time, 5:30ish. We be here. We do the show under the rug,
5:30-ish.
and we appreciate that y'all join us every week to week. Audience is growing, but that's because we have Chrissy. Oh, Jesus.
Is when I was pregnant with my son, right? I was pouring out a can of cola, and my aunt, who's an educated black woman, said to me, "You can't drink that while you're pregnant. The baby can come out black." I gone on that one.
On that note, folks, stop. No, I ain't gonna say. Let me not say that because then I might have
My
insult-
aunt have sense.
I might have
No, my aunt
insulted
have
your aunt
sense.
just now.
All right.
People, please, let's start operating with common sense and logic from now on, please, and not just belief and tradition.
Amen.
Don't just believe things because your grandma, your auntie, your cousin, your mommy tell you these
What do you
things.
mean? Don't believe because you
Let's-
granny and mommy auntie. That's why I disbelieve.
Question and investigate, please. Let's move forward with logic and common sense. That's
need
the
a
only way
journal.
we got advance as a people. So once again, thank you again, folks.
With your
And
new camera.
See y'all tomorrow at the Taj Mahal, 7:30. Look forward to seeing y'all. Thank you for tuning in, and until next time. Aha! Oh, let me stop. Oh, I'm going to get up to go press the thing like the phone down. I forget it right here.
So how you just hook that up to the table?